Listen to me. Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside. And something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled. Just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never had to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real tonight. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you. I dare you not to go home. Somebody said, I don't go home, I feel bad. Go through it. You ain't gonna die. At the end of pain is success. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level, because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman. But I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. So work hard and you can have whatever it is you want.
Family to me, with marching band, that's like, I think it's like the same bond as with a sister or brother. Like, I never had that. So, man,
because we do other things normal families do. Like, we fight, we argue, we have fun together, we party together, we do everything together. And even though we may fight and argue and do all that, we, at the end of the day, we still have that love for each other. We still can come together for our common cause.
Family to me is a collection of people that'll be there for you for whatever, whenever, and however. A collection of people you can share memories with. People you may argue with, you may not see eye to eye with, but unconditionally they'll still love you and be there for you.
Band is not like a family, it is a family. I spend more time with band members than I do with my actual family. It's not saying not downrate my family or anything and say I don't have anything in common with them, but it's just the schedules and the practice hours are so hectic that you have to spend that much time with them. I know more about these people in the band than I know about half my cousins.
I consider the band and drumline as a family just because the unit's real. You know, it's very similar to a domestic household as far as you got your brothers, your sisters, everybody intertwined into one. Even once the band fellowship is over, once you graduate or you move on to other things, you still consider those people your family. You talk to them outside the band, etc.
No matter what happens, whether good, bad, or indifferent, the band always comes together as a family too. Whether work out, whatever differences we have, whatever problems or situations we have, or even if there's a good moment, they're there to help celebrate.
The band is a family because it's basically your second home, your adopted brothers and sisters.
What kind of buffet? I get the cornbread. That ain't no soul food. I'll take it back to Dusty's. We go to Dusty's and it'd be good. That's like I said in Chicago, yeah.
Band, it consumes so much time that you may spend more time with the band than you may spend with your own family sometimes.
Family to me, family means a lot of things to me. It's people that I can trust, I can love, I can tell my all to, that will not judge me and have my best interests in mind at all times.
You get a once in a lifetime opportunity, nigga. Bounce.
I grew up in a single parent home for most of my life until my mom got married. I think I was around 16 when she got married, but the man she got married to really wasn't about anything. He was what I like to call sorry. My dad was addicted to crack cocaine for most of my life.
Well, it was just always me and my mom. My dad was never really in my life, and all I really had was music. So I used that to motivate me to do so many things.
Me, I'm the oldest of two. It's just me and my little brother, raised by my mother. My father wasn't around. I never seen him. I talked to him once, but that was like when I was 13.
I'm an only child. I grew up with my mom, and she worked a lot, and she was going to school, so I was by myself most of the time growing up.
Grew up in Southwest Detroit with my grandmother and my mother. Me and my mother, we moved around a lot. We stayed on the east side for a nice amount of time. We moved to the west side for a night a little bit as well. Then finally, basically, we found home and pretty much a stable community with my grandma in Southwest Detroit.
I'm the oldest of 11 in my family, so kind of putting that, like intertwining my life at home into the band, where as soon as I became an upperclassman, I was pretty much like one of the oldest in the family. I kind of was able to give more knowledge of what I know, so that not just that they would be able to be good musicians, but just good students and better adults.
It was real rough. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I have brothers and sisters, but we don't talk at all.
I have 4 sisters and 1 brother. All of us have different mothers and the same father.
It's different because being raised by women, because it was my mother, my aunts, 2 aunties, and my grandmother, and we all lived in one house. And me being the oldest male, but me being a child, you know, it wasn't like I had much to go for as far as male figure.
I have sisters and brothers, but they were never in my life. So it's like coming to this band program and being around so many different, you know, people around you around your age. I never had like a brother or sister, so
out of all my sisters and brothers, I'm really only close with one of my sisters.
I've never known what it's like to have, two parents in the same household. I can't say that my parents have always been there for me. That's never been an issue.
Coming here, being around them is like a great experience for me. I never had that growing up.
A lot of kids come from the inner cities and urban areas where they're pretty much either doomed to the hood, or they have to make something out of themselves to go to college. And a lot of the kids use college as their escape.
I'm not a girl.
You're not?
No girls in the drum line.
I hope you getting this on camera.
Right
I got her foot. This is her foot.
No.
Look at her. This is her Marauder Land side.
No.
And I'm about to tickle it.
No. Ah! Stop that.
They never should have gave you socks.
I win.
This is torture.
It's not torture. Torture starts off with 4 whistles.
Home is where the hatred is. Home is filled with pain. It might not be such a bad idea if I never went home again.
Whenever I think about my band experience, I think about my granddad, because if it wasn't for him, really, then I probably wouldn't even went back to get in band as heavily as I've been involved in the past 6 years. In the band, people come from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all situations. But when they get to that band room, put that uniform on, no matter where you're at, no matter what school it is, everyone has that common bond.
It's just your legs. That's all you're doing. That's it. I don't want to see those tiny legs tippy-toeing. You just doing this little stuff. You want, that's all you doing here. That's all you gotta do. See the top of my body? The top part of my body is barely moving. You understand the difference? Yes, sir. Can you? Watch out. First, you gotta see my ankle. Watch my leg. Watch my leg. See that? See that? Actually, I'm classifying some of them need to watch too, though. But toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. None of this stuff. See the difference? Yes, sir. And you can't have yourself doing all this. That's because some of y'all drenching wet right now, because you are giving yourself the biggest workout that you really don't have to do.
It kept me out of trouble. It kept me a lot out of trouble, because a lot of my cousins and other family were falling into the trap and just getting sucked up by the streets, and so it was really hard for me.
Growing up, it was crazy around there. It was like a lot of gang violence, a lot of negative stuff going around. It was never really too many positive things.
Sometimes music and coming to a black band is pretty much the escape, and it opens up a lot of doors for kids to make something out of themselves and get out of the hood.
We hold shoes and tickle feet. Marauder Land. You know what this called? Called Samoa Adida. This is what it look like when we step on you. That's what it look like when we spin on you.
In high school, I got in the band. I got into marching band. My sophomore and freshman year of high school, I played the bass drum. And originally, it started out as something for me to do to stay away from home. I figured I could join the band. Band has to practice. I could stay away from home longer. Wouldn't have to worry about that hell back at home.
Well, growing up, I was always fighting. I always had time on my hand, which meant I had time to get into trouble. Once I joined band my freshman year, I didn't have time to do anything. Energy, I didn't have that. I was always beat and tired. But my mom loved to see me come home tired because she knew I wasn't going anywhere else to get into any trouble.
Growing up, I've been in band almost all my life. I started out in 5th grade, and it just continued on from there. I started off in concert band, and when I got to high school, I was exposed to marching band, and it was like this whole new world. I never knew music can be so fun.
That's why I feel like bands, really helped save my life. I could have been doing a lot of things. I could have been involved in a lot of things that I'm not involved in if it wasn't for band and if it wasn't for my love for the band.
And they use their background as a reminder of what it is they don't want to be, or they may use it to a sense where they want to take their families out of that environment and make better lives for themselves as well.
My mom, like I said, my mom and grandma, they always kept pushing me towards and to look at the bigger picture that the streets this is not everything that the world has to offer. It's bigger, it's a bigger and better things outside just the borders of Detroit.
Some people say things as far as, oh, I wish I had different parents, or I wish I was in this family or that family. When all actuality, you can't pick your family members.
Because you get a whole bunch of new brothers and sisters that may not even be blood, but you know they got your back, you know they stand with you through anything, you can talk to them about anything, and they'll be there all the time.
In college, you can't choose who you're on the drum line with, or who's on your snare line, who's on your tuba line. You learn to live with those people, and you grow from them. You learn to accept them for their differences, and you can coexist.
Language. Be doing a lot right now. Right. I'm doing a lot. So, hey, I know we ran the show 1,000 times today, 1,000 times yesterday, and the day before, whatever. But tomorrow you only got one time, and you only need to do it right one time.
So, would you look at your band director as like a second father?
That is my first father. I always say he's my first father because my father wasn't in my life. And I learned so much more from him than I did from my actual father.
Sometimes you end up playing a role as a father figure or mother figure in the band to those who come from that background.
One in particular, his name is Josiah J. Sampson III. He really, to this day, is like a father to me. He took what my grandfather started to mold and really chipped away at a lot of the bad habits and a lot of the negatives to make a positive out of everything.
I do have other siblings that I don't know too much about, but I don't tend to sweat it too much. But I do have my 5 brothers. We're pretty close. We're pretty cool. We have our differences. They get on my nerves, but I mean, it's also like that in marching band or the drum line as a whole. They get on my nerves sometimes, I can't stand them, but I still love them at the end of the day.
I say my bond is a little closer than it is with my real family.
It was always a struggle, it seemed like, with my real family. So he would see the potential in me and see my frustration and continue to foster the good parts of my personality and of my life, and reinforce and re-encourage me, you know, to be a better man, to look beyond it. He always say, we got a degree to get, we too focused on this. And his definition of focus was fixed on creating unlimited success. Mad minds intrigued, well I feel or succeed. Couldn't conceive, I believe, right and not what I believe. Be cautious what you say, cause I take it to heart. And my convictions be so strong, don't know where I should start. I live my life and yours, yet I'm only 19. Rest in peace to my brother Scrooge, he went home at 19. 20 slugs got rocked, but only caught 19. Need to open up my eyes, I was only 19. My motivations be the opposite, truths be hell. Say they grass is greener cause my lawn is hell. And I ain't saying it's the worst, it ain't the best of times. Only way to bend I know is to write these rhymes. Fake people's trying to stand through, I be damned. One dude wrong and claim that he failed. Told me swallow back once, now deal with it. My gun is fully loaded, Romeo, when you pull the trigger. Been through some things in my life, but not quite this. Mom's letting move in now, here come the 96 was the jump off, I look at it now. Beginning of the end, and this is how it went down. I got served at age 12 by my dad's main chick. Kept it on the hush, she kept doing the ish. Mom's people tripping, crippin', want him out of my house. Swear the next word he say I'm going all in his mouth. And to make bids worse, I'm putting in work. Sugar low running to the south side till I hurt. But look me in the eyes, y'all, tell me what did you see? Destruction and the pain that's embedded in me. Suicidal thoughts, I want to end it right now. I cock the ball back, pull the trigger, body hit the ground. But I can't do that, so please spare me now. Listen up, it's my story, the tales is profound. Round 2, graduation situations no better. Knuckle up, ma, yeah we if about weather. Thought he would change a little, but he ain't changed ish. Only thing changed, kid, is I come equipped. And my tongue cut deeper when I speak in my mind. Funny how I gotta tell you how I feel in my rhymes. Since you told me your secret, moms, it ain't been the same. It's been many good nights when I just slept through this pain. Wishing I was just dreaming, but I'm already woke. Funny how nobody know, but y'all drove me to smoke. Sometimes I maintain mad things on the brain. Sometimes cause I just wanna hide my pain. Get away for a bit, enjoy the better shit. My sister, her graduation was dependent on me. Memories in my past on constant replay. Remembering as a kid, me wishing for better days, but better days still ain't show me his face. That's why I get on my knees every day and pray. I thank God for the life I have. Sometimes I don't live it right. I thank God anyway because he gave me this life. So this is my life and I'm asking y'all, I'm asking you why it's gotta be so hard. And if it hasn't been, son, yo, I sure can't tell. I gotta go to heaven because I'm living in hell.
Band.